Assistance Department. Number 1 speaking.
Hello, this is number 2. Picking ya.
These are the men from the ministry.
Once again, we meet those hard-pressed government officials who are always deeply submerged in their work. They never surface before 11. We take you now to the arena where the fight goes on to keep the country's wheels of administration turning, ever turning.
Mildred, you turn the pedals while I guide the chain onto the freewheel.
But, Mr. Lamb, I'm sure you're not supposed to mend your bike in the office.
Now, Mildred, if number 1 can darn his socks in the office, I can mend my bike.
Aye, but Mr. Lennox Brown's socks aren't all oily and smelly.
Well, you haven't seen them lately, and you've had a cold. Now, turn those pedals, Mildred.
Righty-o, then.
Not so fast, Mildred. Stop! Help!
Why has your face got all red, Mr. Lamb?
Mildred, help! My tie's caught in the chain.
Should I pedal backwards then, Mr. Lamb?
Good morning, Mildred.
Morning, Mr. Lennox.
Mildred, what is that interesting piece of modern sculpture in the middle of the floor there?
Oh, that's Mr. Lamb and his bike. He's caught his thingy in the chain.
Oh. I see his tie. Look, get up, number 2, would you? Yeah, that's better. But you can put your bicycle down now, number 2.
Well, I can't, number 1. It's attached to my tie.
I see, you're sort of tie cycle, eh? Yes,
You're very early this morning, Mr. Lennox Brown. Is anything the matter?
Well, I decided I need some exercise, Mildred, so I walked all the way to the office and I thought I'd have an early breakfast when I got here. What's the time now, Mildred?
11:30.
Splendid. Mildred, whilst the kettle's boiling, nip out and buy 2 eggs, will you? I'll have them boiled.
How many minutes, Mr. Lennox Brown?
4, but if you run, you can do it in 2.
No, I need the eggs.
But eggs can't run, Mildred. Oh, I see. Yes. Hard boiled, please, Mildred.
Right, okie doke then. Ooh, you soft boiled.
Oh, my neck's aching, number 1.
Really? Have you been sitting in a draft?
No, my bike is still hanging onto my tie.
Oh, I see. Well, don't just stand there. Get unknotted from the wheels. Hello, General Assistance Department. Lennox Brown speaking. speaking. Oh, well, very nice of you to phone, Sir Gregory.
Yes, wasn't it? Are you listening carefully, Lennox Brown?
I'm all ears, Sir Gregory.
I know, but I don't suppose you can help it. Lennox Brown, what do you know about fowls?
Fowls, Sir Gregory?
Fowls, Lennox Brown.
Yes, well, personally speaking, if they're in the penalty area, I think those responsible should be sent off. On the other hand, if it's a simple case of ankle tapping, first you've got to speak to the captain of the opposing side, and then... Yes, Sir Gregory?
Not fowls football.
Oh, I see.
Brown. Fowls birds, you know.
Number two, Sir Gregory's egg-bound here.
What's that you said, Lennox Brown? Speak up, man.
I said you hold me spellbound with your imitation, Sir Gregory.
Yes, well, apparently they have a bit of a problem with egg and poultry distribution over the Ministry of Ag and Fish. Just go over there and get brief.
I beg your pardon. Oh, I see. Yes, of course, Sir Gregory. And do give my kindest regards to your old hen, would you? Oh, dear, we've been cut off.
Yes, very luckily for you. What was all that about?
Birds. They're having trouble with birds, number two.
Oh, I feel for them, number one. I know what it's like to have trouble with birds. Why, only the other day, night, I was just covering her up
No. Not those kind of birds, Lamb.
Oh, well, if you don't want to know why she bit a hole in the sheet,
She bit a hole in the sheet, really? What's her name?
Her name is Flo.
Flo? Who's Flo?
My budgie.
Oh.
Here's your tea, Mr. Lennox Brown. Your eggs will be another 8 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I won't have time to eat them now. 8 minutes? But a hard-boiled egg only takes 4 minutes, Mildred.
I know, but you said you wanted 2.
Oh. Oh, well, I suppose we could always use them as door stops, I suppose, but I really must run now.
You'll have to hurry or you'll miss the first ring.
I beg your pardon, Mildred.
Well,
No, Mildred, we have to go and sort out a problem at the Min of Agon and Fish. Come along, number 2.
Oh, aye, of course. Well, what should I do with the eggs, then?
How about filing them?
What under?
How about N?
Addled.
Come in.
Good morning. Lennox Brown.
And Lamb.
From the General Assistance Department.
You sound like a Greek chorus. Now, look, gentlemen, I have a problem.
So I've noticed.
Number 2, really. Now, what is your problem, Mr.
Gaquin. G. Gaquin G for Guy.
It's not even November the 5th yet.
All right, now, Mr. Fawkes, I mean Gaquin, what exactly is your problem?
Chickens.
I see, and what is wrong with your chickens?
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with them. It's a matter of where do they come from.
Yes, of course. Well,
I don't think that problem's really for our department, Mr. Gaquin.
Oh, then whose problem is it?
It's the hens, I should think.
No. I'm not worried about where they come from biologically.
I bet the hens are.
No. Now listen, we know of a farmer who only registered a few hens with our department last year, and yet he sold for cash over 24,000 eggs.
Well, maybe his hens had insomnia.
Oh, no. It's not that way at all. It's not all that easy, you see.
Yes, it's quite a feat.
But number 1, I always thought that they...
Yes, of course. Right, number 2. Now, Mr. Gaquin, what you are actually implying is that some of Britain's poultry farmers are concealing birds.
Well, they're not just concealing them, they're hiding them.
Yes. Right. Tell me, what proof have you of this?
Proof? But of course we have proof. We sent one of our men up to the village near where this farmer lives last week.
Go on.
Yes, he found 14 farm stalls, 10 chicken armour restaurants, and 42 omelette bars.
Really?
Yes, and only 76 people in the village.
I say, number 1, I've just thought of something.
Yes, number 2.
This place wouldn't be near Exeter, would it?
Yes, of course. Oh, very droll indeed. Anyway, this man of ours had lunch in one of the 42 omelette bars, and you'll never guess what he found in the omelette.
Do tell me.
2 fried eggs. Yeah. And when he paid, they gave him 2 bob and half a dozen new-laid eggs for change.
No, really?
Yes, as I tell you, it's all very suspicious.
All right, now let's get the problem straight. In an eggshell, so to speak.
Now, well, you see, it's like this. All the farmers in the country have to register how many hens they have, so that we know how many eggs they'll sell during the year for income tax assessment.
In accordance with the British Poultry Farmers and Breeders Form EGG 365, subsection 444, paragraph 49E, to be returned monthly by each farmer in triplicate, I presume.
What? Oh, yes, of course. But you see, we suspect some of the farmers are fiddling their birds.
Oh, well, that's a change anyway, isn't it?
Yes, well, I mean, they're registering fewer birds than they actually have, and then they're flogging the surplus eggs on the open market for cash, and so avoiding tax.
I say, number 1, I've just thought of something else.
Something else? For example?
What shall I say to that? Oh, really, number 1, now you've spoiled it.
I quite agree, Yoko. But now, look, who is the biggest offender in this egg-fiddling racket?
Well, it's this farmer up north, the one I was telling you about. His name's Gladstone, Henry Gladstone.
The window for Henry. Get on with your kippers.
I'm looking for the 2 ministry inspectors, Willie. They're still in their plastic bags.
Well, they'll be easy to recognize then, Henry.
It's the kippers that are still in their plastic bags. Why don't you take 'em out, Lolita?
It's their place to ask me, Henry, when they arrive.
Not the inspectors, no. The kippers.
Well, I'm not going out with a kipper, Henry. It's not done.
No, Lolita. I told you. You should have taken them out of the plastic bags before you cooked them.
Now, look, Henry, they're wearing bowler hats and carrying umbrellas.
Yeah, they're very clever kippers, Lol.
Oh, the inspectors, Henry. Look, they're coming up the garden path.
Quick, Lol. Get them unregistered kittens out of the dining room, quick.
Well, where can I put them, then?
Put them in the bathroom, Lol. Quick, they're here. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Are you Mr. Henry Gladstone?
Yes, that's right. And this is my old wife, Lolita.
This is Mr. Lennox Brown, and my name is Lamb. We understand you have a number of unregistered birds, and we've come to investigate.
Come in, gentlemen, come in. Now then, let's discuss this over a glass of our home-brewed beer. Lolita, glasses, please, and a flagon or two of ale.
The old fools, one glass of that stuff, and they'll soon find the chickens in the bathroom.
Now, Mr. Goldstone,
Gladstone, Mr. Leghorn Brown.
Not Leghorn Brown, Lennox Brown. Now, Mr. Gladstone, we must point out that Mr. Lamb and I are being given to understand that you have declared far fewer birds than you actually have, and by selling the byproducts of these unregistered birds, you are evading income tax.
Yes, this is a very serious offence, Mr. Gladstone, and that's why the government have thought fit to send 2 such high-ranking officials to investigate the matter.
You'll be higher still when you've had a glass of this.
I'm afraid we never take a drink during working hours.
Yes, quite right. Anyway, pick gin before 11:45 tastes horrid.
Number 2, really.
Oh, this is very mild, sir. This wouldn't offend your principles.
Oh, well, then, perhaps just one.
There you are, sir.
Oh, thanks so much. I say, this is jolly deep.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Gladstone. What vintage is this, Mr. Gladstone?
Let's see. What's the date today, Lolita?
It's the 24th, Henry.
Yes, that's right. Vintage 23. We proved this yesterday.
Yeah, well, perhaps another half glass before we get down to this serious crime. This serious crime of which we think you are guilty.
Quite so, number 2. Concealing unregistered poultry is very, Yes, but first, may I be excused for a moment?
First on the left, Mr. Lamb.
Oh, dear Mr. Lamb, wouldn't you like to use the telephone in the entrance hall over there?
No, thank you. What strange customs these people have. I've never been...
I thought you may want to phone your ministry about something or the other.
Yes, thank you. I'm just going to the bathroom.
Oh, I told you, you silly old fool, Henry.
Oh, delightful, tangy flavor this brew has, Mr. Gladstone. It's jolly good.
Yes, the powdered eggshell that does it.
It's the what?
I said it's the Flowers special that does it. It's a particular kind of malt we use.
Oh, I see. Well, jolly well done, Mr. Flower. What was your name again?
Number 1. There are hundreds of them in the bath, standing on the towel rail, sitting on the... laying on the floor. There are white ones and brown ones.
And some as big as your head. Oh, I see. Now, Mr. Gadsden, when did you say you brewed this beer of yours?
Oh, it's no good, Henry. The game's up. I told you he'd find out when he went to the
Hens, cockerels, chickens, hundreds of them, number
What
one.
on earth are you talking about, number two?
In the bathroom, hundreds of birds, and they look at you with their beady little eyes.
So, Mr. Gladstone, all your home-brewed hospitality was just to put us off the scent, was it?
You should try the bathroom, number one.
Yes, I will later, number two. Now, Mr. Gladstone, exactly how many head of poultry have you?
3,467.
3,467?
Yes. Lolita's very fond of eggs.
Now, how many did you register?
14.
Number two, get Mr. Gaquin on the phone right away.
Yes. Well, my department is very grateful to you two gentlemen for helping us in the fight against booze.
Booze?
That's right. The BEWS. The Bird and Egg Wanglers Society.
Well, you had me worried for a minute.
Now, you tell this Mr. Gladstone that he must send in his poultry return for inspection and stamping immediately. Have you got that? We must have his poultry return right away.
Yes. You leave it to us, Mr. Gaquin. You've got to hand it to him, number one.
What are you talking about, number
But
two?
they're so thorough. Mr. Gladstone, I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be, but in the meantime, you have to return all your poultry for inspection and stamping.
And here is the news read by Mortimer Thrip. There were amazing scenes at Euston Station today when several thousand chickens arrived on the Manchester train. They were accompanied by two men wearing speckled suits and feather bolas. The train was met by a large number of press photographers, reporters, and two Miss World judges, who complained later that a news flash from the north about the departure of a trainload of young birds had been misleading. Here now is a recorded interview made by our man on the spot and British Railways engine driver, Albert Lumsden.
Mr. Lumsden, we must congratulate you on the successful completion of this responsible job. Transporting 3,467 chickens down to London without loss of even one.
Well, it's a matter of personal pride in the job, as you might say. Although you haven't got your facts quite right. We come in with 3,466, not 67.
Oh, why was that?
Well, me and me mate, we had one for us lunch on the way down.
Really? Living off the land, eh? Or should one say the footplate? What breed was it?
What breed was what?
The one you had for lunch.
Well, I don't know. It was just an hen.
What colour was its plumage?
Well, I don't know. It was all covered in feathers.
I see. Yes. And did British Railways give you anything extra for this special trip?
Oh, aye.
What?
Feathers.
Good morning, Mr. Gaquin. We were wondering how things were going with Mr. Gladstone's poultry registration.
Oh, you steaming great twits. When I said I wanted his poultry return, I didn't mean I wanted his poultry returned. I'm not interested in the actual birds.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
I thought at the time it seemed a little strange.
Yes, but we all know what Thorpe did, don't we? And furthermore...
And you mean there's some more further?
Did you sign anything when you took these birds over from Mr. Gladstone?
But of course I did. I gave him a receipt from General Assistance Department. I must do these things officially, you know.
You gave him a receipt. Tell me, number two, what did you put on the receipt?
Oh, the usual things. The exact number of birds, the exact value.
Exactly. Mr. Gladstone sent me a copy of it. It isn't a receipt at all. It's a promise to pay. 3,467 heads of poultry and 4 elephants a head.
making a grand total of £859, 10 and 6 and 8p. Your department owes Mr. Gladstone.
Oh, no, number one. Wait. Look, there is only one thing to do.
What's that?
Get Mildred to book me on the next flight to Patagonia. I'm going home to Pat.
Number one, you can't go to Patagonia. I need you. I'm beginning to boggle and I can feel the nausea coming on.
No, you can look after your own nausea, number two. I'm not feeling too good myself.
What's the matter with you?
I think I've got Newcastle disease.
It could be worse, though, number one.
Worse than having to find £859, 10 and 6 and halfpenny out of petty cash.
Oh, well, we can always claim 4 and 11 pence halfpenny back from that engine driver.
Hello? It's you two again, is it? You bring the money?
No, we brought the birds.
What for? No, it's the men from the ministry. They got the birds with them.
Oh, you've grown attached to them, have you? Oh, you can't leave them behind when you go visiting. Oh, I know how you feel. Oh, they can be very appealing when they cock their little yellow heads at you, can't they?
It's quite true, you know, number one. They do have a certain beady-eyed charm. I find
Yes, quite, number two. Madam, let me make it clear. These chickens are not our chickens. They are your chickens, and they've come home to roost.
Oh, no, they haven't. I showed them you purchased same, and I want my money. £859, 10 shillings.
And 6 The point is, Mr. Gladstone, there appears to have been some mistake.
Oh, no, there hasn't. 3,467 times 4 and 11 mistakes.
Yes, hang on, we know all about that. I mean a mistaken intention. Mr. Lamb here didn't mean to buy the chicken.
No, I just wanted to borrow them to stamp them, you see.
Oh, that says maybe, but we've already spent the money you promised to pay us.
Spend it? What on?
Come along to the bathroom and I'll show you. Mind them beer crates. Oh, dear. Too late, wasn't I? Never mind. Noel will fix you up with some bandages. Now then, here's the bathroom. There you are, then. Lovely, aren't they?
Hold this here.
They got them cheap, see? 3 and 4 shaky a time. Now then, 3 and 4 shaky and £859, 10 and 6 shaky goes, well, it's a lot of birds. There's more out the back, of course, in the coal hole.
Yeah, but what about ours?
Ah, now you said it, Mr. Lamb. Yours. You can do what you like with them, can't they, Noel?
That's right, Henry, they can.
Yes, there's no room for them here, so you can take them away again. They're all yours, eggs and all.
Hang on.
Eggs and all? Number two, a light breaks. Back to the ministry. Mildred, what are you doing?
I'm just scribbling up a few suggestive biscuits, Mr. Leatherstone. We've got to keep it fed, you know.
Yes, I know. No. We've also got to get these accounts out. Now, look, and what did pensions take yesterday, number two?
6,000.
Large, medium, or small?
Small, but I sent them all large to save trouble.
I see. Jolly good. No. 6,004 and 9 per dozen, yes, that's fine. And the Ministry of Health?
Well, they said their eggs had to be absolutely fresh, so I started a lay-by plan. I send the hens round to the ministry, and they send them back when the hens have, delivered.
Ah, yes. Excellent. Now, how's the office-to-office sales service going, Mildred? Do any good?
I've booked them solid all next week. Woods for the Odeon, woods for the Pally-de-Dance, and woods for ice skating.
Really, Mildred? What do you think Bernard's going to say about that?
I don't care what he says. It's no good having all your eggs in one basket, is it?
Yes. Yes, well, apparently you've got them all left in yours. Now, door-to-door sales, nil. Now, what's the week's total, number two? Have we made enough to pay off Gladstone yet?
Well, nearly, number one. Let's see now. 435 multiplied by 22, and then you take away 14, that's 7, and that's £725.
How splendid.
Still to pay him.
What the? Oh, good morning, Sir Gregory. Pull up a perch and sit down.
the keys, certificate.
There, I will not. Of all the blithering, feather-brained, nitwitted, half-baked, idiotic, pin-headed, words fail me.
How about try moronic and imbecilic?
Quiet, number 2.
Well, I'm waiting for an explanation.
How long are you prepared to wait? No, You see, we haven't got very much time, have we?
Funny you should say that.
We have to go on a very urgent mission to try the Congo. To try the Congo. No, I mean to the Congo, yes.
Well, that's what you think, Dr. Livingston. I have a mission for you much nearer home.
Really? How jolly thoughtful of you.
Oh, yes, and do give my kind regards to
MI5 wants some communist infiltrators sorted out, and I've suggested to the Prime Minister that you two will be the right men for the job.
Oh, how very flattering. Who are these communists, Sir Gregory?
And where do we find them?
They're Rhode Island rigs at Ballymackie. Right for the trucking as the men for the ministry were John Simpson and Roger Service. Perched up alongside were Maureen Adair, Tommy Reed, Tom Meehan and Pat Simpson.
The Men from the Ministry was written by John Simpson and produced by Tom Meehan in the Durban studios of Springbok Radio Productions.